Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This is your host, Regis Kaiman, the tallest man in Black Africa. Even before the new administration has settled in office, William Samoei Ruto is in a nightmare. William Samoei Ruto, would you believe that has already reached out to Raila Amolo Odinga? This is shocking. This is not something that was expected. So if you have joined this channel for the first time, kindly hit the red button and subscribe for our viewers, comment, like, and share this video. Our number is always there for those who want to reach us. So he has reached out to the doyen of Kenyan politics. This is very interesting. The more things change, the more they remain the same. And this is according to yesterday's interview with CNN. It is very, very interesting. And when he was asked how why he has reached out to Raila Amolo Odinga, he said is in the interest of nation building and uniting the nation, because I think he realized that he has actually taken over a country that is divided down the middle. Ni jambo ambalo halikuwa limetarajiwa. Kwa hivyo hatujui yale ambayo waliyozungumzia, lakini we know that there are plans even to include some of the Azimio guys in his cabinet. This is very, very interesting. Again, even before the dust are settled, the IMF has told the incoming administration to do away with the fuel subsidies. The fuel subsidies that has been making petrol prices to remain relatively high. But when you compare with other countries, fuel in Kenya is a bit low, because here we are buying at 159 shillings, call it 160 shillings. I would like you, our viewers who are in other countries, to tell us how much you are buying fuel per liter, petrol that is. Kwa kile ambacho kimetokea ni kwamba the IMF has also told the incoming administration that it must cut on spending. Must control spending. So this idea of spending too much on social areas, especially, when Ruto took over, when he was campaigning, he said it because of the many problems that are facing the country, the many problems that are facing Kenyans, unemployment, so many things. He was going to give a lot of money, the hustlers funds. He was going to reduce commodities of so many things. So let me tell you that the cost of goods and services is likely to be higher. If what IMF is saying, IMF is the one that keep on funding this government, especially where we have a budget deficit. And the IMF has also told Ruto's administration that it must do away with the budget deficit. It must come up with ways of dealing with the budget deficit. And they have given a proposal. And you see, when IMF talk, Kenya sneeze, just like the World Bank. And they have been told to increase taxes. So you can imagine where we are headed to. I said that if there is one administration that will find it difficult in statecraft, it is William Samoei Ruto's government. And Ruto is also a worried man, because on the other hand, the man is trying to balance the competing interests. For instance, the Gema community that gave him 2.9 million votes is already demanding 50% share of his government. And this is very interesting. Not remembering that Rigathi Gachagua is number 2. And why they are demanding this, they are saying that they give so many votes compared to other communities. Kithure Kindiki want to be in the government, and I think already this is known. Moses Kuria also want to be in the cabinet. David D want to be in the government. Muturi, the former JB Muturi, the former speaker, want to be in the government. So where are the other communities? Again, the Gema community is demanding to be given the Ministry of Infrastructure. They are also demanding finance. They are also demanding agriculture and transport. And some have gone even further to demand the security docket. So it is very, very interesting. I told you that this administration will find it rough. And you can see now, already these are cracks that are emerging because already some committees have been formed to balance the competing interests. And again, when you look at the other areas, they're also demanding, that is the Gema community, they're also demanding to control important committees in parliament, like Finance and Budget Committee. They're also demanding to control Transport Committee. And you see, these are very, very powerful committees because they're the ones that determine which votes goes where. And it is very, very, very interesting. On the other hand, the Western bloc, that is the Rohingya nation, that of Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula, who is destined to be the next speaker of the National Assembly, the Western is also demanding 40% of the government. It's not even that percent. They are demanding to be given CS, PS, as promised by William Samuel Ruto during his campaign. And this one was also deposited with the Registrar of Political Parties. They opined. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho kinajitokeza ni kwamba Mudavadi kama alivyoahidiwa is likely to be actually is a super CS, just like Matiang'i, although it has been beautified to look like imewekwa madoido ndio ionekane kama ni prime minister. And this is also bringing concerns because when you look at the Gema community are saying that it's going to bring a lot of conflict between the Gachagua and Mudavadi. And constitutionally, Mudavadi has no place because you see, kile ambacho kipo ni kwamba this is a creation of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and what is happening is that this is a post that is not in the cabinet. We can see a lot of competing interests. So the other communities are asking, where are we if Gema and Western take 80%? Already, the Kalenjin nation is up in arms, demanding also their fair share in the government, because they are saying that this is our government. And that is why yesterday, sensationally, some people are saying that Oscar Sudi, who dropped in class 7, should be given the docket of the education, CS education, and that would be. But that, I think that was for fun. They were not serious because the teacher, one of the teacher who was teaching Oscar Sudi, said this man dropped at class 7, never completed class 8. Kama unavyoona, utaona kwamba Ruto is starting on a wrong footing, and you can see why I'm saying that Ruto is in a nightmare. Before he even settled in office, utaona kwamba kuna mengi ambayo yamejitokeza pale, and already sooner than later there will be cracks in his administration as various people compete. Of interest is Sonko also, who want also to be in Ruto's cabinet. Can you imagine Sonko as CS? This will be very, very interesting kwa sababu, you know, he was unable to run the affairs of Nairobi City. So you wonder how he's going to run a ministry that encompasses the whole nation. And it goes beyond the nation because you have to link up with the international community. So if things are going to work on Ruto's favor, I think he needs to work very, very hard. Kwa sababu kile ambacho kipo ni kwamba haya ni mambo ambayo hayakuwa yakitarajiwa. And I think I've always said that statecraft is not a walk in the park. So I think what Baba should do, I think Baba should reject this offer of working with Ruto. In fact, he should ignore him. He should let him carry his cross, let him continue making mistakes. And it is important for Baba to be advised to rest now, to go somewhere, rest for propose 2 years together with Uhuru Kenyatta, so that Ruto can continue making mistakes. So that, because you see, one mistake that Raila did is that, you know, he was able to carry the burden of Jubilee. All the mistakes of Jubilee, all the errors of Jubilee, aliwekelewa mgogoni, na unajua, by the virtue of his age, it was too heavy a load for him to carry. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaona ni kwamba Ruto is also a very shrewd politician. Is somebody who knows that you want to bring these people in government so that they can continue sharing the blame. Because you see, if Baba accept this, I think it will be something that it will have made another mistake. Because you know why he lost, especially in Mount Kenya and in many other parts of the country is because watu wengi waliweza kumwekelea mzigo ambao si wake, na unajua mzigo wa mwenzio ni kada la usufi, lakini huu ulikuwa umezidi usufi kwa sababu ukiangalia utaona ya kwamba this Ruto for you, hivyo ndivyo anataka amwekelea mzigo, ndio akifanya maamuzi ionekana it's like the nation is doing this, is also being involved, and the opposition will be reduced to just a shell. And I think we need a very strong opposition, and what Uhuru should do and Baba, they should be behind the scene supporting Azimio and working very hard to ensure that the government is kept on its toes. And we are very, very interested by looking at Ruto's 100 days in office, kwa sababu kile kitatokea ni kwamba kutakuwa na mengi ambayo yatakuwa yakitokea pale, kutakuwa na mambo mengi ambayo makosa ambayo yatakuwa yakitokea hapa na pale. But for instance, when you see the World Bank and the IMF telling him to stop spending on social spending and to do away with the subsidies, what do you think are the effects? One of the effects is that most of these things that he has been saying will not be fulfilled. I don't think fuel prices is going to go below 159. Ikienda sana inapunguka na shilingi moja, lakini sio jambo ambalo tunajua halina maana yote. In fact, if we do away with the fuel subsidies, the fuel prices will hit almost 200 per liter, and it will be the worst government that has ever been in this country. Kwa kile ambacho Wakenya wanafaa kujua ni kwamba, you see, if Ruto succeed, it is for the whole country. Kwa mfano akikarabati barabara kule unapitia, kama wewe ni wa Azimio, kama wewe ni wa Kenya Kwanza, bado ni Kenya moja tu. Lakini what we can see and what we can actually see is that the headwinds, we can see a lot of headwinds ahead. We can see Ruto struggling to keep the promises. And I'm saying, let us give him the first 100 in office. Then you sit down and you see what he has been able to achieve. I'm telling you, the road ahead is difficult. So if you are joining this channel for the first time, you wonder who this person is. This is Rashid Kaiman, the tallest man in Black Africa. Kindly keep watching this channel. For supporters, we are very, very humbled. For those who are sending us videos of what is happening in various places, keep them coming. Our sub number is always there. Those who are supporting us, we are also very, very humbled, and we continue analyzing things as they unfold. So let's see who will win the day in the National Assembly and in the Senate. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.